One of the most powerful things in Limited in MKM, the new Karlov Manor set, is to play blue and white detectives. So we're going to play for the midweek event today, the All Murders at Karlov Manor budget detective deck. Just 9 rares, no mythics. This deck is full on with detecting. Get your magnifying glasses out. Let's go. All right, blue-white detectives. Here we go. It's on a budget. We do get to use the rare lands, which if you're not drafting the set, this is my tip. Draft the set because these lands go around. Usually you can pick up these rare lands. There's one slot just for lands in every pack, and sometimes it's a rare land in there. Doesn't affect your other rares, which might be the Limited Bomb Ezrim, Agency Chief, 5/5 Flying Archon Detective. Investigates twice when it comes in, and you can sack an artifact to give it Vigilance, Lifelink, or Hexproof until end of turn. We get 4 of the 1-drop Novice Inspector, possibly the best common in the set, possibly the best common in Standard, who knows. 1/2, it's a Thraben Inspector, functional reprint, makes a clue. 1/1 Mistway Spy. You can also play this disguised, but I think mostly you're going to want to play this as a 1/1, especially early on. Just be hitting it in the air. Maybe throw a Thinking Cap on it, which is +1/+2 to equip Detective for just 1. Not too bad. Case of the Pilfered Proof. This is going to buff all our detectives. +1/+1 counter on everything. Market Watch Phantom. This is a spirit detective that can get flying when a small creature enters, of which we have a lot, as you can see. We've got Perimeter Enforcer, which is a lifelink, a flyer, and a detective. It's also going to buff stuff up when we have detectives enter. Hopefully we're going to be drawing lots of detectives off all our clues. No More Lies. Maybe the best uncommon in the set. Here we go. And Officious Interrogation. This is a rare, but it can make a ton of clues, I've found, in Limited. And so hopefully in this midweek event, we're going to make a ton of clues. And if you're playing this in Standard, who knows? Might be strong. Maybe if you're looking to cut rares, maybe cut this. Also got 1 of Cryptic Coat, which is making waves in formats other than Standard. It's a 3-mana, basically make a 3/2. It's going to give you a creature, and then you can bounce it to keep doing that. So that's pretty cool. Private Eye. This is the Lord for detectives. Gives detectives +1/+1. And when we're cracking those clues on our turn, we're going to draw a second card. And then target detective can't be blocked. So we're going to be able to push damage through with our small guys, even in the late game. And of course, Ezrim, as we mentioned at the top end. That's the deck. 24 lands. Very simple. Keeping it light. This is the Manadad channel where we play What's Fun in Magic. Just going to try to get this video out quick for those of you looking for something to play in the midweek event. And if you're finding this later, maybe this is a fun deck just to play in Standard. You never know. Sometimes these budget decks are actually pretty powerful. So let's go and see the budget detectives in action. Up against Chris S. Chris S in a crisis. We go first. Snapkeep. Novice Inspector into Market Watch into Perimeter Enforcer, or maybe vice versa on those. I'm not sure which is the best. They're going to be lifelink. They aren't black, though. They're just going to be killing our guys. Left and right, probably. Possibly. Perimeter Enforcer. Kind of hung like they had a thing. Oh, they're blue-black. Blue-black control. What flavor of blue-black do we have here? fun black rare that lets you play the deck. Okay, this is a great black rare also. Case of the Pilfered Proof. Now, do I take a turn off to buff up all my future? That would let me double spell next turn, so I think I can keep that. And yeah, I think we Case of the Pilfered Proof. This turn. Only get to attack for one. Maybe opponent will relax. More likely they've just been holding back their removal spells. I guess this only triggers when their creatures die. But never mind. Also a detective, I might note, if you want to make the blue-black or white-black version. Toxin analysis. Death Touch lifelink. Makes a clue. Are they going to crack the clue? The push. Okay, here we go. Buffing up them detectives. Crack you for one. And we flip our case, or solve our case. Lazav, Wearer of Faces. What a gruesome name. Unfortunately, can't double spell these guys. Well, Mistway Spy. Yeah. Question is, do I attack? They could double block. They would lose one of their guys. I suppose that's fine. We'll trade. They could also have another toxin analysis. They were pretty quick to burn that off. They don't care. Now, if the Private Eye survives, we can make something unblockable next turn, including a potential Perimeter Enforcer. Zav could become a copy of Perimeter Enforcer. This attack screams combat trick, so I'm just going to no block. I'm surprised they didn't crack it and get the lifelink. But they wanted to play a face down card, that's why. And opponent scoops it up. Detectives. When I play the midweek events, I try to play maximum 2 games. I want to get those free rares. I don't care about the cosmetics. You can play more games to get cosmetics, but just try to get the 2 wins and get done. And that's what I'm going to try to do to make the video today. We got Novice Inspector turn 1. We got Mistway Spy turn 1 also. Wonder if that's a better play, because we can Thinking Cap. Okay, well, now we can double spell with white, but opponent also on blue. Could be a mirror match here. They've got a Market Watch Phantom. Okay, well, let's set up to make all our detectives a little bigger. And we can play both of those and the cap next turn. I have a feeling this is going to be flying at us. Looks like somebody else had the idea to play the detectives. They're actually using the lands from the set. That's what we should have done. And they just go with the combat trick. That's fine, as long as you don't get blown out by it. Now we have some big old guys. And yeah, we'll play the Thinking Cap. And we flipped a case. So if one or more tokens would be created, these tokens plus a clue token are created. So as long as we're creating clues, it's going to create more clues, right? Steam Core Skala. It's a weird detective. Draw 2, then discard 2. Unless you discard an instant or sorcery. Okay. That's a good rare. 3-drop slot is very crowded in this set. In case you hadn't noticed. With all the disguise running around and everything. I'm going to fly for 2. I wonder if we trade here. They're offering the trade. Do we win a race? We've already flipped our case. We do just have lands. Maybe we don't. Do we worry about that? Yeah, they got combat tricks. Let's just do the trade now. Well, of course we draw a case of the Pilfered Proof again. Let's crack a clue. See what we get. Just another land. Case of the Pilfered Proof is not going to help us much. We can attack with the Mistway Spy as long as we pop this on here. Let's get in, do some damage, pull ahead. End the turn. Can't be mana efficient. We're flooding out, sadly.
Here comes the flood. You're running dry.
We've got a Granite Witness. Okay, well, we're going to make a lot of clues. Target any number of players, okay? We made 6 clues for 4 mana. I think we just attack here. But if we go to the late game with this many clues, we're in good shape. Office Inspector, getting big. Well, it's down to 12. Now, they could have a board wipe or something, I suppose. They're not so worried. They get their case of the Pilfered Proof. Okay, so it was good that we traded. They've got Logic Investigator. Of course, we get no more lives now. Can we get some interaction, please? Market Watch Phantom is interesting. Guess we'll start by making a big Phantom. No attacks. They went with all the rare Vigilance guys. You might be seeing the better way to build this. The better 3-drops. Went with the budget way. Makeshift Binding. We got the Phantom. And they crack a clue. Okay. Let's crack a clue ourselves. Draw something good. No More Lies is too reactive at this point. Maybe I should have dropped the Meticulous Archive. Attacks. And we lose. Oh well. On to the next game. At least you got to see a different way to build a detectives deck that worked a little better, maybe. Playing some detectives. Can you do the snap thing? Gonna get our knives out. Gonna get our Columbo on. It's a bit landlight, but I think we'll keep. Oh, and they're mono red. Of course, they're the fast deck. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Not that we can block this. This is Menace. Dennis the Menace. Get a seasoned consultant. Also a detective. I considered putting in this deck. Can we afford to take time off with case of the Pilfered Proof? Possibly not. Let me just put down a 2/2. I'm going to keep this back. It might discourage them from attacking. Probably won't, but face down card. Will they suspect that guy instead? No. Alright, we can't double spell, so we may as well play the tap land here. Ezrim is very interesting. I'm going to keep that. And then we play the case. I think no. I think we play either Perimeter or No More Lies. Possible they're flipping that guy, so let's just play the Perimeter. And get in. I think we're going to take a big hit next turn. Probably should have just flown in with the 1/1 too. See how they want to do it. Yeah, they flipped that with the dog. We have a decent block on that. One of those guys. Like they're going to kill the Perimeter Enforcer. Ooh, another scapegoat. Okay. Ouchie wouchie. That becomes a 3/3. Try to keep this guy around just for the lifelink. Maybe we do. Build a little bit of damage. Try to survive to Ezrim. Hope they don't have removal for a 5/5. At least counter one thing this turn, like a makeshift binding. Okay, that ate their turn, which is nice. They'll get to attack here for a lot. We kill a 1/1, and do we chump the 3/3, or should we just take it? And this can fly for 2 next turn. Risk it for the biscuit. We're down to 7. Better hope they don't have another makeshift binding. What do you got, opponent? You got the binding? You got one turn with shields down, and then it's shields up on Ezrim. Okay. I smell the +2/+1 here. Lightning Helix, okay. Well. Could be worse. We got some clues we can crack. Maybe find another Ezrim. Novice Inspector. Trigger, 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 trigger. And we'll just come flying in just with the life linker and return. Again, we've got no more lives we're holding up. Or if they don't play anything, we crack a clue. Red herring, yeah. How about you don't? And what do you say, opponent? If we turn the corner on you? Still 9 to 17. We're out of cards, although we got a lot more cards we can draw. A 2/3 that makes 2 clues for 1 mana. Not bad. Opponent thinking hard.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
And they scoop it up. They scoop to the sleuths. All right. Thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Mana Dad, reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Hit that like, tickle that subscribe button, and leave a comment on what I should ask you to do instead of tickle the subscribe button. And check out, there's more cool decks over in the sidebar if you like this. There's even better decks than this one. Please, come on. All right, enough of that.